Hello, my name is Jason, and I'm a therapist with Focus Counseling and Therapy on the Eastern Shore. A while ago, I met a lady, and all I knew about her before I met her was that she was a prostitute, she was homeless, she was crack addicted, and she had AIDS. And they wanted me to work with her, so I was like, okay, great, we'll see how this goes. Now, granted, I want to be totally transparent here. If I saw a crack addicted hooker walking down the street, I would be thinking to myself, you know what, a sad situation that she put herself in. Well, times change, and I finally met her. And I'll keep her name quiet for this, of course. But I met her, and what I learned about her was that when she was born, her parents started selling her to men for money. And this occurred all her life until she was about 14 years old. And then she never had a birthday. She never had a Christmas, never had a holiday. And then when she was 14, somebody gave her crack. And when they gave her that crack, it made her feel pleasure for the first time in her entire life. And it was a life-altering experience for her. And she wanted more, but it cost money. And by this time, she was 15 or so, 16. So she did the only thing that she knew how to do in order to make money, and that is to sell herself. Well, during that process, she got AIDS in addition to being addicted to crack and other diseases she had, and she had quite a bit going on for her. Well, in the hospital, I started to notice things. When there were older people or disabled people pushing themselves to the room in a wheelchair, she would jump up and she would ask them for help, and then she'd push them to the room. There was one guy who had very bad Parkinson's and was trying to feed themselves with a spoon, and it wasn't working. So she would sit down beside them and feed them for them, just so it would make it easier for them. I saw her doing these things numerous times. And as I got to know her and speak to her, I realized that this woman's heart was absolutely beautiful. She was a beautiful human being. She is somebody that society would just discard. But when you break through that tough exterior, the rough exterior, when you break past the trauma that she went through, she really was what I like to call a diamond in the rough, because she had a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul, and a caring spirit. And unfortunately, it had just been abused to the point to where she felt like she had no other avenue. And now she's in her 40s, and I'm not sure what the outlook on her life is going to be. But one thing for sure, she's totally changed my outlook whenever I see someone on the street who may be a prostitute or someone who may be addicted to drugs, that there is usually a story behind it besides a person just up and deciding one day that they want to be a drug-addicted prostitute on the streets. So be mindful of that when you see people. Before you judge them, try to understand that you don't know where they came from. And they deserve love, compassion, caring, understanding, empathy, just like every other person does. So I thank her for the experience of getting to know her, because she changed me and she changed my life. And I don't know if she'll ever know it, but I was glad that she did. So be mindful of that. If you'd like to know more about my practice, you can go to my website at jjohnsoncounseling.com, or you can email me or call me at 251-307-5338. I thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great day.